Hi everybody, welcome back to Walla Zabareska and the Triple Threat Challenge, where we move forward into July and we should have loads of work to do. Let's check out what we have. We have oats, the harvest, don't mind the grass for now, canola, spelt, barley, canola, that's it, another grass field as well. Okay, yeah, grand. We've plenty to do, and that's why I didn't want to be trying to cram everything into the end of the last episode. Now, another thing, we did actually make a purchase. We bought this field here, this grass field. It probably needs fertilizer and lime and everything. Yeah, it does. But it's ready to harvest, so that's right beside our, and that has weeds for a grass field. That's unusual. I did bring the Fendt forage wagon up to the farm. It's down there. The whole idea behind this grass field and the other one, we're going to cut it and we're going to get it into the bunker. Now, since we're here, we might as well start with the oat field first, which is right beside us. And I converted this over so that we can use this to do the carton. Now, some of the oats will be going, of course. It'll all be going to silo for now. Well, part of it, and the rest will be going up to the oil mill or the grain mill to make flour. But we'll need some oats for the horses. I wonder how they're actually doing. Let's jump over and see what's going on with the horses. Okay. Health, no health. They haven't been exercised yet. They will be at I think it's 9 a.m. or something like that. If the mod is working, it doesn't always work. And they use less than 200 litres of hay, which we kind of expected because we put them in fairly late. There's lots and lots of fields around the map which are ready to go. So the money went down, and then I went and sold all our products. Oh, that trailer's moved. Can I get out of here? No, we are now part of the trailer. Believe it or not. This is one of the problems with this trailer. It attaches to anything it touches, so we are actually part of the trailer. The only way out of this now is to reset the trailer. So go in. That's why I try to keep it away from everything. Select this. View on map. Reset. Okay. Means we have to go and collect it from the shop. I can go and get it with a tractor. It must have just moved over. I didn't hit it anyway, but it just attached itself to the combine. And I know sometimes with modded trailers and that like that, they just attach to whatever's next to them, because I've had it where I parked one up against a cultivator or a plough or something like that. Now, the next problem is this isn't going to fit out this gate. Drive fast, it'll bounce over. Yeah. That's cheating. We weren't going to get out otherwise. So our oat field is just here beside us. And we're going to get this harvested, and we're going to use it for feeding the horses, but also for flour, depending on how much is in it, because we might just leave it for the horses for the time being and put the other grain crops in. Yeah, I sold off everything at almost the end of the month. That's why there's a few bits and pieces back at the greenhouse. I done them before I done everything else. Money is just going to keep going up now. We've no interest, nothing. Very tempted looking at the money, and it's very tempted to, with this field here. Is it harvested yet? It's not. It's ready to harvest. I'd be very tempted to buy that with the poppies in it and then make poppy oil out of it. But nah. It's just when I seen it there, so it'd be a nice crop to get into the oil mill. Our stock check. Is there anything to be sold just yet? The lavender oil is nearly there. And there should be poppy oil as well there. Somewhere there it is. August as well. Other than that, we've nothing that's going to be sold. Showing the TMR alright, but We're not selling that. That's a feed commodity, shall we say it that way? Yeah, everything around here is... I still miss Smalley. Yeah. So I'll get this field done and then we move on to maybe, well, we'll have a look and see what's around the farm belonging to us that's ready to harvest. Our canola. That's the grass. So our other canola field, which is all the way up here, that should be ready as well, it is. And where is our spelt? We have spelt somewhere. Hold on. Let's check. Because it did say spelt. Spelt is ready in 66. Okay. That is... 66. I know most of the fields, but I just cannot place that. I know that's 63 up there. 66 is... Oh no, that's 63 and that's 66. Okay, I'm mixing the two of them up. So what I'll do, I'll get this done and we'll throw some into the horses, keep them on maximum feed, and yeah, we'll move on and get some of our other crops done as well. And of course it selects the wrong line, it always does. And we end up with straw on the road now. Okay, I'll bring it back in a little while. The tank is nearly full and there must be pretty good yield on this field. It's 86%, 80, yeah, there's a mixture of soil in it, but still. Sorry, I didn't mean nearly full, I meant nearly half full. So we only have one headland, we're going to do two. So we should get around to empty before we are full, unless the yield increases substantially. Just moved on to the canola field, and I tell you one thing, I won't be putting any the oats in the mill. We put most of it into the horse enclosure, and the rest of it's gone into the silo up there that'll go to the horses later on when they need it in the year. So we're just down the first canola field. I actually drove down with the truck and was able to pick up the trailer for the header on the back of it and bring it back up to the field. That saved the trip of the tractor, and much quicker too. So yeah, we're going to move up to number 63 next, to the second canola field. I'm not even going to tip this into the pig feed until I get the other field done. We won't even have a full, well, we won't be too far from having a full tank on this field, which is 10,000 litres, but it's just about get there if it does. We've only got 2 runs down, it's only a small triangle, and then we're going to go up and get the other field done. So we're kind of getting through these fairly quick now, which in a way is kind of good, because we're going to go and have a go at getting this silage done, get the grass done and get it into the bunker for silage on the cow farm. We're okay for hay over here, we don't need it, and of course we'll have grass again anyway, so it's not like it's going to be the only hay we're going to have. The only thing we're doing with the hay now really is feeding the sheep and the goats. So I think we're more than adequate in what we have in the bales in the actual and I'm only thinking now, I put hay into the paddock the last couple of times when we actually have grass in there, and that's all they need. So I kind of overfed them, if you know what I mean. They're not going to get any extra from them. You still get 100% from grass anyway on this map. Now, 2 fields down. I'll go over and empty this, and then I'll hook up the header on the back of the combine and we'll head up to the other field. We'll get through these fairly quick. As I'm always saying here, they're not massive big fields, so you kind of make good progress fairly quickly. And then after that, where are we going to head? We were Canola, that's the one we're heading to next. Then we have Spelt, it's 66, that'll be the next one. 88 is very small field, that's over beside where we are now. So we'll be on the grass work and doing the silage into that bunker fairly quick. There you go, we're full already. Yeah, it's just the downside of the trailer on this now. It does happen on other ones as well. It's not just on this one. Or sometimes if it touches off something, it grabs onto it. It's like a magnet. And I've had it happen with a cultivator before and had to reset the cultivator to get it to disconnect from the trailer. You can put super strength on all you want and swing out of it and it won't make any difference. It'll still stay connected. Oh, I have to speed throttle back. Don't know why, because it does 55 miles an hour or kilometers an hour on the road. That's why. So we get this up to 63 and we get the, just watching me turn so I don't go into the field. We'll get the canola done and delivered down to the pig farm then. Both canola fields done and the Spelt field are done now, and we've only got 10,000 litres of Spelt. That's the thing about the fields, we're going to have to start combining fields or doing more fields of each crop. The crop calendar or crop rotation thing is kind of we're not producing what we need, the quantities we need. I did actually come into this field since it was cut and just done the header in here instead of on the side of the road, because if it sticks out any bit at all, it stops all the traffic. So the only other one we have is a small little barley field in 88, and then we're going to be on to our grass work, which is getting our silage, grass cut for silage into the bunker. So we got two fields to do, one that's beside it and then the other one, the grass field beside the farm. Yeah. Get this back up to field number 88. It's a bit of a hike. It's a little bit further around the map, but that's what we kind of signed up for when we picked random fields based on the crops, like the first one with the triple threat challenge where we got our flax, which gave us random fields, and then I picked millet, which gave us more random fields all over the map. So I'll need to get the straw up off the fields as well. It'll just get it baled up anyway. And we just work our way through these. I was just kind of surprised with the amount of stuff that's gone into the feed mixer, that we really haven't got the quantities we need to we probably have, but we could do it more. The only thing is now, I don't think even if we wanted to buy another canola field, I don't think there is another canola field on the map. Let's have a look. Canola, that's our one we done. That's the other one we done. That might be one there. Then again, it might not. No, it's spinach. I think that's spinach as well. No data found, so there's nothing on that. Yeah, no, there was definitely a lack of them. Nope. It's just saying that this is saying what's in it. And I just missed it. I was looking in the wrong place. No, it doesn't say what's in it. Ah, because it's right on the point for the thing is right on the tram line, that's why. Where did I leave my combine? Anyway, yeah, we're going to be not going to have as much money from the crops at the moment this year because it's going into feed. It's not the same as it was before, but we'll still be doing okay. And of course we have our oil to sell off, which will be bringing in, I think, between the poppy oil and the lavender oil, we're bringing in close on 160,000, I think. Then of course we have a sunflower field to harvest, which is going to go in for oil. And yeah, we've plenty of crops coming up that when we harvest them are going to give us income. They're not all going into the feed, so yeah, we won't complain. The soybeans there, of course, is one of them. Just gonna fly through the yard. Total disregard for speed limits. And down to our barley field. You can even see it from here. This field will literally take 5 minutes to harvest, if it even takes that long. Try not to catch up to him because he's going to slam the brakes on if I do. Go on. That was a car coming when you need to turn. In. Here we go. Is that grass again? It is grass again. It's in that field, so I don't mind putting into grass fields to put the header on. Like, there's loads of fields over here with harvestable crops in them. Now, Grant, we'll fly through this. I was looking there and I was thinking, you know what, we're finished with our loan, we're finished with our fields, we're just waiting for our pigs to reproduce. Can I get a loan and buy that poppy field? I'm looking for something to do more than anything else. That's kind of the only reason I'm thinking, like, granted, we'll have plenty of crops to harvest in the next month, 2 months, in August and September. But you know, when you're just looking for things that you get into the combine harvester, you don't want to get out of it again. You want to stay in it. I didn't even put the lines on for this. You kind of just want to stay, and you're looking at all these fields now. I wonder if there's any decent harvest. I've done no contracts last month. I just gave a miss. There was no point. Look, there's no harvest contracts whatsoever. And look at the amount of fields around me that are actually ready. Like, I mean, all of these. There's so many. I looked at that. I was thinking, will I buy that? It's a root crop though. It's 117. Can't remember what's in it now. And then I was standing in a field of parsnips. I think it was up beside the horse farm, and I was thinking, well, we have the harvester now, should we get that and harvest them? Because, you know, money sitting in the bank as idle money is not making you money. You have a field, you have a crop in it, it's making you more money. So we'll have 3 runs and then this will be done. And that'll be us up to the point where we're going to get that grass done and make silage in the bunker. I know we changed the rear mower on the tractor to a butterfly mower, but I don't think it drops a swat. Which kind of just gives us an extra bit of work to do then, if that's the case. I haven't even looked at the second-hand market to see is there anything there. Might as well keep you in for the rest of this since I kept you in this long. Won't even be anywhere near a full tank. Yeah, there'll be another run in a bit. You'll have to do 2 runs. Now, here we go. We'll have about, yeah, we won't be far off 10,000 litres. We'll just probably break over the 9,000, I'd say. A little bit over. We're almost 9,000 now, so 9,200. Let's see. Yeah, we broke through it just about. Okay. That's all the field's done for now. We've nothing else to do on only our grass work. Then we're going to have our barley, our wheat, another wheat field. They're going to go into the mill. Anything else ready next month? No, the rest of them are a little bit further off. Oh, we've 2 more barley fields. Okay, but they're going into they're the 2 fields which are together down beside the pig farm. And that's it. Okay, I'll get this delivered. I get the truck down from the other. The Spelt is going into the mill anyway. That's up beside, well, the other end, the other side of the map from where that is. So I'll get that in there, and then we'll we'll I'm gonna bring this back to the yard. I'll load it into a trailer in the yard and then get it down to the pig food. Yeah, it's going to the mill. So once we have that done, then we'll start working on the grass fields. All the bales are off the field. I decided to get them off the field. I'm going to put this tractor to work doing the mulching. And we're going to make a start on our silage. Now, the one thing that this episode has taught me, or harvesting these fields, is we need to merge. They're too small. We need to merge groups. We need to buy this one in the middle. We need to merge these 3. Or whatever, these 4, that feels too small. That feels a waste of time on its own. We need more. Down here, I would even consider merging these 4 together to make them a decent field, and then buying something here as well as we move forward. Ideally, these 4 here, these 3, and this one on its own to make decent sized fields. They're just, you know, like you're driving the combine around the map to harvest something that you're finished in 10 minutes, which I don't mind. It's part and parcel of the way the map is. I don't have an issue with that. But just if we're going forward, yeah, definitely we'd need to make them bigger. We'll see what happens anyway. It won't be happening just yet. Maybe, well, I'd say just yet. We need to buy the field in the middle to do the one there. Like always, my goal is the big field there, 113. I'd love to be able to afford to buy it with the poppies in it, but you know, that's the way it is. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to get this grass knocked down. I did look at the possibility of buying a mower set for the back that will actually drop the swat. And you know what? It means we got to run the tether. So be it. We'll run the tether for now. Now, I know they're not that expensive. I would have had... this is what we have. We've one of these. I can't remember which one it is. So, like, to get one to drop a swat, we're looking at 75,000. 70 is the cheapest. Don't mind that. That's misleading, because that doesn't drop a swat. And then when you add the swat into it, it's another 20 grand on top of it. So it jumps up to 75 to drop the swat. So they're all around the same. Now, the only thing I'll say to you is I haven't used the Vicon in a while. So I would consider that. The only thing is, look at the horsepower, 200 horse to 240. And you go to the Pottinger, that's 160. So it's more manageable. And it's wider than the Samaz. So look, we'll manage what we have for now. And yeah, we'll keep going with what we have. We'll just get it done. We're just going to get this knocked down. And then we're going to, as I said, we're going to turn it off. I'm on the wrong group. And we're going to get this picked up with our forage wagon and get it into our silo. There is going to be changes here. I have a different house I'm going to put down. More modern. We're moving on. We've made money now. We can afford to modernise, even though that house looks pretty modern. we're just gonna modernise another step up. Okay, I'm going to stick a few lines on this just so I'm not driving down the field crossways and this way and that way and the other way. But we'll make progress with the fields if they're bigger. Now, I did do a 6-year crop rotation canola. We are reaching the 6th year of that on 3 fields this year. But I'm not too worried about that now because our needs have changed. I thought we'd be still going maybe with the triple threat challenge. We are with the element, which is the pigs. We're waiting for them to reproduce and have more, and that's kind of that way. But other than that, it is, as I said, it is done. We've everything done. We have the pig pens up and that, so we just have to wait for them to reproduce and then reach full age, the second lot, so we can say we have adults in all of them. We'll have 280, and then I will consider it complete then. But for now, we're just going to work away on getting our silage off the field. We don't have to do this. We could use the fermenting silo if we wanted to, but I want to do it. I left the bunker there for a reason on that farm, so I do want to do the silage, and that's the reason why it's left there. So we bought the forage wagon there in the second-hand market to do it, so we're going to do it and get done this in this episode. We've 2 fields of grass. We could buy another one if we wanted. I don't even know if there's grass still in it, whether it was harvested. We did look at the other field over beside the other one we bought, this one here. It's ready to harvest, and it is 68,000. We don't have enough money for it anyway at the moment, but we have products to sell. But no, we'll do the 2 fields we have. That's more than enough for now. We don't need any more hay bales at the moment. We've plenty in the shed, so we've grass bales as well, so we've enough forage, and you can just call it forage, but you know what I mean, hay and grass there to look after the goats and the sheep and the pasture there. So might as well make silage out of this. Some things in this game are sent to try our patience. I put a worker on this, told him not to do the headlands, and he goes and tries to do the headlands and gets stuck. So I'm doing it myself. I can't wait on them to do it. Now he charged me money, and then I kicked him out and he ran off. The small vent is working away doing the mulching okay. It should drive that, and he was 145 horsepower. I think that requires 130 or something like that. I've had it on small tractors, it's worked okay. So just going to get this done. It was getting caught up in the fence I have up near the house, so it wouldn't. But I told it not to do the headland. That's the thing. But yet it went to try to do the headland. I don't know. You give up sometimes with the AI workers. But I just get this windrow up, and then I will. I had set him off and gone over to collect the forage wagon. It was over at the other farm, and then I started getting notifications he was blocked. So I had to come back over and park up and go and see why he was blocked. So we're going to get this done in the bunker. More than likely cover it up. I'm not going to leave it, because the only reason I'd leave it open is if I thought I was going to buy another grass field. There is another one over I showed you beside the one we have over there, but I don't think we're going to need it. I think probably have enough when we get it in to have a decent amount of silage in the bunker anyway. So I'm kind of just doing this for something to do more than anything else. I could just bale it up or pick it up and throw it in the fermenting silo, but I left the bunker there for that reason, so I'm going to use it. Okay, let me get this rolled up and get loading up the forage wagon then. Now we should be off and running. I got some silage additive, I remembered it. Normally I'm halfway through and then I go, oh, you never put the additive in. Even though it's on the screen. It's just one of those things. Now, so we're going to pick up these 2 fields and get them into the bunker and see how much we have. I think this holds 40,000 litres, so I'm expecting there to be probably at least 5 runs back and forth from this field. Yeah, plan is to merge this field with that field next to us. There's no power lines in these fields. Maybe even buy the one beyond it, which is another grass field, and make it into a grain field. We put a crop into it. This field has only ever been ploughed once, which was right at the very start, and the grass was put in, and that was it. It was just grass all along. But I'm going to move the grass works over beside the pig/cow farm where the bunker is, and that might as well. And probably buy the other 2 fields. There's one grass one, there's one in between the grass one and the one we have, and yeah, keep it all in one place. Can't believe we're nearly full now in one row. Now mind you, there's probably more than 2 rows in that, just the way I drove around it, but I don't know whether your silage additive adds to the actual 40,000 litres. 40,500. So I'll get this over to the bunker. I'll revise my estimate of 5 runs to 7. Let's see, am I right or wrong? And yeah, the additive's gone down quick enough. Anyway, I still got some left, so just got all the grass, chaff, whatever you want to call it now, into the bunker. And I did go and buy a roller and a blade. They're on the New Holland. Now, just to push it in, flatten it down, get it compacted. And yeah, I got 5.5 loads off that field. And I'm just got 2 off the one over here. So there's 7.5 gone in. That actually worked out quite good now. I did actually compact them already a little bit. I'm just going to push them in because they're just getting pushed out by the roller, and the roller's not even on. Oh, the roller is on the ground, sorry. Okay. Roller was not meant to be on the ground. I must have dropped it down when I backed it up. We'll get it. Like, the bunker's not full. We're going to close it anyway. Simple as that. No, not that one. Drop the blade. Blade's down, but then you have to lower it as well. You can tilt it. Should push them all up. Just takes a bit of work. Get it pushed up. Get it all back in. I had it all in, and then when I start driving in the other loads, it just start pushing it out again, which is what does happen. I didn't push the blade down that time. There you go. I'll get this done and get it compacted, and then we'll show you what it's like when that's finished. I'm just trying to get it compacted now. We're on 57%. Just up and down, try to get your wheel tracks everywhere in it, and that'll do it. Now this tractor has wheel weights on it, it's helping quite a bit. Might not be the heaviest tractor, the Fendt is probably heavier, but you get it with it. It's going up slowly, and then all of a sudden it'll just start to to compact the last little bit. I dropped the blade off because the blade was starting to drag and pull stuff, and once it stops going up on the rims, you'll know you're getting there. I could actually drop the roller off now, and then I'll get right to the edge. I won't get to the edge the way it is, which is kind of stopping it from compacting a little bit. The unfortunate thing with this roller, it doesn't fold. I was using a different one that actually folds up out of the way and just gives you that little bit more room. You just have to keep going at it, and eventually you'll get there. What are we on? 62%. This brings back a lot of memories from when I was a teenager on my friend's farm, and at the start when I was there, I would only be helping in the bunker with a fork, a hand fork to level things, and that was it. And over the years then, when I learned how to drive the tractors, I actually at one stage used to put the silage in the bunker using a buck rake on the back and then compacting it. Now, mind you, I still was always nervous when the bunker would get up over the walls, compacting it. I kind of hadn't. I probably was only 16 at the time, and I was confident enough putting the silage in the bunker, but I wasn't confident enough now to be going right up to the edge of the pit wall, as we call it. We weren't calling it a bunker, we were calling it the pit wall. I'll drop that off now, so I can get in here and do right up to the edge. Of course, equipment nowadays is so much better. I actually played on the German map. I can't remember the name of it now. Where you have the big farm and loads of silage, and I had the big Xeron tractors, the Class Xeron with the weights on the back and everything and the whole lot, and it was great fun. Well, you get there eventually. You just have to keep doing this. You just have to keep going back and forth. We're up to 70. It'll take a little bit of time just to get the last little bit in. See the 71%. Let me get this up to 100%. I'll bring you back in and we'll cover the pit. I'm not going to leave it open on the chance of putting more in at a later date, because we're not going to. What I might do is just put the blade on right at the end and try tidy up the bits outside, just so the plastic doesn't go outside when it goes on. It doesn't start going outside. So I could be 10 minutes just doing this alone just to get this compacted. So I'll bring you back in when I have it done. We got a 100%. Now, lift that up out of the way. And now, what I do when I want to tidy this up at the front, get the softening tool and just go across it. Really, really. Here you go. Nice and tidy. Not sticking out around the front. Okay, are we still okay to cover it? Sometimes it changes. Compacting complete. How do we do? Blanket silo or? Yes. So we've 258,000 litres or something like that now. It's nice and neat when you do it like, and it's a nice bunker. It doesn't bleed at the sides. Some of them do. That's actually very tidy for a bunker. Okay, there's a couple of little high spots on the side here. But yeah, it's turned out quite good. So we just have to let that now ferment away, and we have silage. So we have a few more, as I said, a few more new tools. I'm going to put these away, the blade and that. There's no point moving them over to the other farm. I'll leave them over here because this is where they're going to be used. And yeah, that's been unexpected. Well, I kind of once I seen the forage wagon and I bought it, I thought, you know what, we're going to do some silage. And we're going to do it with the bunker. That's why I left it there. And now I can use the fermenting silo to do it. I just wanted a little bit of more reality, I suppose, for doing silage. So, anyway, with that, we're done. And episode number 38 on Wallace Abereska and Triple Threat Challenge. Guys, we got the first part of our harvest done. We got to do the second part when we come back next month. I don't know whether we have much next month, and I even got a bit of look, and we'll have it in the next episode, whether it's next month or the following month. We will have some fields to harvest in August and some in September. There'll be a mix across them. Honestly, we're racing towards the end of this series. Still will keep it going even when the challenge is complete. I really do want to do what I said earlier and merge some of the fields so they're a little bit easier to work with. Because literally 5 fields took so much running around to actually get them done. This time round to get them done. I'd love to actually fill the bunker completely. Which would revolve maybe having, if I had 4 or 5 fields over here that were fully prepared, fertilised and all up this bank here. The extra 2, the grass field we have needs to be looked after. These 2 here, and then there's 2 more grass fields. If we had all of these as grass, I have no doubt we could fill that bunker no problem from scratch, the whole lot of it. Is there another road through here? There isn't, but it's wide enough to drive through. So that's it. Episode number 38. Done. I can't believe we're I did say we'd probably finish up on episode 40. It might go slightly beyond that. But we will continue on. But I mean, the challenge will be done by episode 40. But we may continue on a little bit after that with what we want to do on the map going forward once the challenge is done. So for now, until next time, as per usual, if you're still here, you haven't hit the like button, please do. And please subscribe to follow on this series, the end of it, or if you want to get back to where here you found me for the first time and you want to get back, if you subscribe, you'll find your way back to check out the end of this challenge and every other series we have going. By the time this video comes out, there's a new series there along the Kiel Canal, which is a 4X map, which is another series I decided to take on, doing a bigger map, bigger equipment, and also some hard challenges in there as well. It's not just straightforward starting off with